Hello, my dear fellow students and instructors. I am here in order to show you the video number 2 to explain the detail C3AE515 regarding to the selected category that is finish and furniture. My name is Damelis DuMoulin. Okay, let's start. This is the tile detail. The name is C3AE515. I will explain all the term that is here. All these materials that they use in the installation tile over the wall, and all the materials that is the worker used in the installation over the floor. Okay, here is the explanation of all the items that is over the is used over the wall. First, we start in this order from here to here, from the insulation to the tile. Okay, first start with insulation, that is this part. Okay. Oh, sorry. Insulation, the main purpose, you know that is to help regulate indoor temperatures. They always put between the wood beams for improve the temperature and regulate the temperature. Okay, then over this insulation they put a 1/4 inches diameter pencil rods. This is a metal bar of 1/4 inches diameter. The pencil rod system is most commonly used in battered walls and foundation of unusual width, where snap-tees are not practical, and pencil rod is simple and economical, where surface appearance and clean brick bed are not essential. They tell that really is a bar 1/4 inch diameter that usually is used for reinforcements. In this case is used, you see that is here, this is the 1/4 diameter pencil rods that is placed here to reinforce the metal latch in the mortar bed. Okay, then I will show you in this is the 1/4 inch diameter pencil rods. Okay, it's a bar. Now the other item is metal lap. Metal lap is here, is over the pencil rods. The metal lap is a mesh formed by expanding a perforated metal sheet. Is made in a variety of forms, and the sheets of metal are slit and drawn out to form numerous openings, creating an irregular surface for the keying of the plaster. This is the metal lap. Okay, is really like is very irregular, and this is tied together with the tie wire, okay. that I explained you in the next item. The tile wire, it is a system using a wire connect the tile to the decking substrate using a stainless nail or anchor clip. You saw here that this is the tile wire, but this is really, if you can see in the detail, the tile wire is this one that is used to tie the metal lug with the pencil ropes, okay? And then you have the scratch coat. Scratch coat is a layer of mortar applied to a wall surface before the final fish coat is applied, okay? The purpose of this level is to provide a surface for the finish to adhere to, and to help even out any irregularities in the surface of the exterior wall. Okay, this scratch coat I can show you in this image, okay? This is the scratch coat. Is a material that they put over the metal lug, okay? Okay. And is this one? This is a scratch coat they put over the metal lug. Then we have a mortar bed that is a level and load dispersed layer over a subfloor. Mortar bed is another mortar or mixed that is pour over the scratch coat, okay? And in the last layer is a bone coat. The bone coat is a material used between the back of the tile, because the tile is this one, the back of the tile and the prepared surface. The prepared surface is the mortar bed. Work as the adhesive to glue the ceramic to the mortar bed. They glue, okay, the ceramic to the mortar bed. I can show you here the ceramic tile, the mortar bond, the metal lug. This is the metal lug, really. Okay, this is the mortar bed with metal lug. Okay. Now I will explain you all the items that is or all the layers or the material that is used for install the tile over the floor. We start in this direction from here to here. Reinforced concrete or concrete is this one. It's a subfloor in the bottom most structural level of the floor. A good subfloor needs to be durable, level, at least 1/18 inch, in this case is 3 inch minimum, and free from residue. If it is not, it won't support tile well. They need to be free of residue. Even the smallest cracks or depressions in a concrete floor could cause the tile to break early. It means that this reinforced concrete need to be free of residue, very strong, because any depressions in a concrete could cause the tile break. Okay. Now over this concrete, is the cleavage membrane. Okay, this cleavage membrane is this one, is over the concrete. This cleavage membrane or slip sheet refer to this sheet used between the mortar bed and the substrate. This sheet prevents the mortar bed from bonding to the substrate and allows it to slip if there should be movement in the substrate. This membrane isolates the tile, bonding coat, and setting bed from the supporting element. Cleavage membranes are commonly asphalt-impregnated papers, roofing felt, and polyethylene sheeting. Okay, I can show you what is the image of this 62 is the cleavage membrane. Here is over the wood, but in our case is over the concrete. They put in this form. They place in this form to avoid the slip. Okay. And then come the bond coat. No, they come the reinforced mortar bed. The reinforced mortar bed, that is this one. The mortar bed may be reinforced with wire and either set over a cleavage membrane. Like here, the mortar bed is set over the cleavage membrane. That allows the mortar bed to float free of the substrate or bonded to the substrate. Then come the bond coat. The bond coat is a material used between the back of the tile and the prepared surface. This is the last material that is used when is installing the ceramic. A material, they work as adhesive to glue the ceramic to the mortar bed. The expansion, this is all the material used for the installation tile over the floor. The other thing that appears here is the expansion joint. The expansion joint that I told you before in the video 1, the purpose is integrate the stress relievers into the tile assembly. Expansion and contraction take place without compromising its integrity. All tile installations require expansion joints because they need to compensate for natural movement that occurs within tile assemblies. The other thing that appears here is the slope to drain. The slope to drain is very important. Slope draining systems are built to allow water to flow from a structure in a downward direction, like here. It is done with the aid of pipes that move down through the slope. Since the installed pipe is anchored to an incline, it guides the water through the pipe to get it swiftly away from the structure. Drainage systems and slopes drain protect clean rooms from bacteria. For this reason, this is very important. A slope drain in this kind of room, because you know that this detail or this installation, tile installation, is appear exactly in the food lab or food processing lab that need so much clean and need to be protected from bacteria. Okay, this is everything. I hope you have understood